Moderator, I am delighted to present this year's report to the General Assembly. Challenge and change have never been strangers to the Guild. Since its inception in 1887, the Guild has embraced and indeed welcomed reappraisal after the pattern of our founder, the Very Reverend Dr. Archibald Charteris. Dr. Charteris' vision gave our church, among many things, the following: Life and Work magazine, the Church of Scotland yearbook, and the system of quinquennial visits, now known as congregational reviews. The latter system has encouraged scrutiny, evaluation, and vision setting. As we emerged from the restrictions of COVID-19, it was vital that we renewed our contacts with local Guild branches, supporting their local fellowships, yet also meeting their wider obligations, which we have globally. The past year, the theme New Wine, New Wineskins has been the final in our 3-year strategy, Look Forward in Faith. This has proved to be an appropriate invitation to negotiate the way forward in which the Guild responds to changes in society, in the church, and in ourselves. We were aware that changes in the church would impact on how, where, and when local guilds meet. We are reminded that although we are products of the past, we are architects of the future, accepting both as opportunities for growth and renewal, despite losing some of what is familiar. One of the greatest challenges we faced and continue to face is the position of guilds within newly united congregations. The Guild can play a pivotal role in reshaped congregations, as it is in a strategic position to act as a catalyst for congregations which might be linking or uniting. Some, where there has been no Guild, have welcomed this new opportunity by joining the Guild, enjoying the chance to establish new friendships in a different locality. The assumption of the National Guild is that when a congregation comes together into one place of worship, the Guild would do likewise. There may be exceptions in more rural areas where a church building has closed, with no opportunity for regular Christian worship in that location. In these areas, with the support of a kirk session to whom the Guild is responsible, we hope that other alternatives might be available. There still remain the issues of transport and age, common to our church, to all faiths and many community groups. There has been great encouragement over the past couple of years, with 3 new guilds being established: Loudon Church New Mills, Ellen, and Newport-on-Tay. Better liaison between guilds and kirk sessions might be enriching, allowing guilds to be involved in leading Sunday worship and to be proactive in mission. This year, we are delighted that 402 new people have chosen to join their local guild fellowship. There are many new resources available to all guilds, including the theme guide. These have been valuable tools allowing people to blossom in self-belief, public speaking, being relaxed and secure in leading worship. The Guild continues to reach out to communities in view of the rise of social isolation, with many people having no close relatives nearby, and the continuing effect of COVID-19 inhibiting relationships. To this end, this year, the Guild Initiative Fund provided a grant to embark on a new community project called Faithfully Flicks in Clydebank, creating a community cinema. In Millport, the Guild, in partnership with the congregation and school, has developed a polyclub, a sheltered growing area which has cemented relationships within the community. Without doubt, one of the most inspiring days in the Guild calendar is the annual gathering, where last year 750 Guild members celebrated with sister organisations. This year, many joined us online, either from home or other venues. Our then moderator, now the Very Reverend Sally Foster Fulton, encouraged us to keep being Christ in our communities. Our keynote speaker was Professor Jason Leach, detailing his Christian journey, part of which has led to the establishment of a charity in India. He also outlined his role during COVID-19 pandemic. Both these presentations were inspirational and challenging. The Govan songsters from the Salvation Army rounded off the day with uplifting praise. When I took up my role as national convener last year, I encouraged members to reaffirm their focus on God, renewing their commitment and renewing their guilds in the year ahead. My personal challenge to Guild members this year has been to provide a review of a Christian book which has most impacted their lives. The Guild has developed many partnerships, enhancing relationships with not only local communities, but nationally and internationally. We continue to work with Faith and Older People, the Scottish Women's Convention, our sister church organisations, and the Faith Action Programme. Internationally, we work through the Project Partner Scheme, and we continue to develop our links with Malawi. Our partnerships have encompassed many issues over the years, trailblazing topics such as HIV/AIDS, prostitution in Leith, FGM, postnatal depression, and the plight of refugees. This is the final year of our current projects, and despite a year lost because of COVID-19 restrictions, an incredible £425,321 has been raised. This is a remarkable achievement for Guild members, bringing a lifeline and hope to many people, and follows in the tradition of 137 years of service at home and abroad. Over the past 3 years, we have helped with the building of a landmark facility in Uganda called the Sunflower Sanctuary, which is the first in the history of the country for children with special needs. In Tanzania, the Kazunzu village now has enabled children in their adopted homes to develop within a stable family unit and bringing lives full of promise. Here in Scotland, we partnered with BEAT, an organisation for people and relatives with eating disorders, to help people get the support they need. Working with Pioneers, our project in Southeast Asia has enabled women farmers to develop a self-sustaining commercial enterprise in a community where Christians are subject to hostility and marginalisation. Home for Good encourages Christian families in Scotland and helps mobilise churches to find possible homes for children through fostering, adoption, or supported lodgings for teenagers. In Scotland, almost 3,000 children entered the care system last year. Our partnership in Brazil with UNIDA has provided 42 scholarships supporting women as they access theological training, equipping them to serve the communities. You can hear from all these projects at our Big Sing tonight, so why not come along and access a ticket from the upstairs at the Rainy Hall. Our partnership with the Guilds in CCAP Synod of Livingstonia in northern Malawi is a constant source of encouragement to us. This past year, my predecessor, Helen Eckford, was able to attend the biennial conference of the Women's Guild in Bandawi and brought greetings from the Church of Scotland. This relationship is a way of forging strong bonds of faith. There are many twinnings which are detailed in the report. Our practical support to Ekwendeni Hospital continues through supplies via the Banana Box Trust and monetary donations. Over £8,000 has been raised to buy much-needed medicines for Ekwendeni. The Green Canopy Initiative has seen a tree nursery established at Ekwendeni with future planting planned across 2 planting seasons in our 4 Twindenias. This project helps with soil degradation, food production, and the impact of climate change. The Guild continues to serve the poor, the marginalised, and the voiceless, whilst learning so much from the faith and resilience of our brothers and sisters we spend time with and share together in the work of the gospel through our partnership. The new regional structure. One of the greatest strengths of the Guild is the energetic way it tackles the problems of the social context in which it operates. Reflection and self-examination are key, highlighting issues, unafraid to express concerns or engage in dialogue. The Guild has traditionally been organised as Guilds Together groups within the same boundaries as presbyteries. It is these groups who elect members to serve on National Council, giving strategic direction for the Guild. The Guild has continued to evolve, ascertaining how best we can function and serve. We recognise the current structure required to be reviewed, being more responsive to the needs of the Guilds whilst maintaining important relationships within Presbytery. Following consultation with branches, Guilds Together groups, and National Council, our National Conference has agreed a more streamlined structure. Although it reduces the size of National Council and combines Guild Together groups, it will facilitate better practice. This will enhance the sustainability of the Guild at regional level, while supporting a hopefully more appealing new policy-making method. In new events, the Guild, like the wider church, faces the same financial constraints due to an ageing membership and reduction in numbers. However, this has in part been overcome by imaginative ways of connecting with members while at the same time adapting to local needs. Our quarterly online meetings bring support, explore new ways of working together and sharing information with each other. In response to the members, there is a 4-year rolling programme of regional mini-gatherings, which are hosted by National Council. This is a way of forging better relationships and has been universally welcomed. Our visits this year included Earlston, Fort William, Dingwall, Orkney, Shetland, Kilmarnock and Castle Douglas. Our Big Sing events in Glasgow, Kilmarnock and the General Assembly are also a source of inspiration to members, also raising funds to support our brothers and sisters in Malawi through our offerings. The fellowship enjoyed at the Guild Weekend has provided a way of worshipping together, having fun, while consolidating our links. As we look to the future, we are excited to work with our young people through the Young Adult Guild and to seeing what God is doing through them. Let us now hear and see a short video which they made.
Hello, I'm Matthew.
Hello, I'm Beth.
Hi, I'm Kate.
And the three of us are steering group members of LIFT, Love in Fellowship and Trust, which was known as the Young Adults Guild.
Some of you were thinking, why rebrand the Young Adults Guild to LIFT, Love in Fellowship and Trust? Don't worry, we'll explain the reason why we decided to rebrand the Young Adults Guild to LIFT as part of this video.
We also hope to give you an outline of what our group is all about, our aims and what we hope to achieve through our work, as together we would like to make this group grow after the initial success of the Young Adults Guild.
The Young Adult Guild was formed by the three of us who were all youth representatives that got together at the 2022 Church of Scotland General Assembly. We all felt saddened by the fact that there isn't somewhere for young people and young adults to get together on a much wider scale. Some of you may remember there was a time where there was the National Youth Assembly, which is sadly no more. Since the National Youth Assembly was dissolved in 2019, we as a steering group felt that a gap needed to be filled as there wasn't a platform for young people to have their voices heard in the life of the church in Scotland.
We are passionate about young people, mission and fellowship, and most importantly, Jesus. We wanted to start something where young people and young adults felt like they belong and are part of something, with a focus on mission, fellowship and discipleship.
The steering group have decided to relaunch and rebrand the Young Adults Guild to LIFT, Love in Fellowship and Trust, to try and widen the appeal of the group. We felt that whilst the meetings were a success, we did this as a best attempt to grow the group.
We decided that we wanted to start something new for young adults and were inspired to partner with the Guild as we knew that they are highly respected across the church and have been responsible for supporting and carrying out some incredible acts of mission over decades, while they also meet together in fellowship and connect together, building friends and discipleship, often over food and/or an activity.
LIFT, Love in Fellowship and Trust, is a forum that was established to allow young people aged between 18 and 30 to explore their faith alongside learning more about the works of the various Guild projects, as well as supporting each other and growing as young Christians in their local community.
The LIFT aims are to build a platform with young adults where we hope to worship together, reflect together and learn about mission together, which if it grows enough, we hope that we can have another smaller local groups which are able to meet in person.
When we were the Young Adults Guild, we met together online via Zoom. We all feel the burden of Zoom, and we know that getting deep connections with people is much trickier to achieve. We are keen to see how this grows and develops, hopefully becoming something which is more local and where we can potentially meet in person.
We would like to encourage you to spread the word and use any platform that are available to you to reach out to the young people and young adults in your local area that would be interested in joining us at the future LIFT meetings. Young adults and young people at heart are always welcome to attend these meetings.
The Young Adult Guild's Facebook and Instagram pages will be rebranded to LIFT in due course. We will use these pages to share meeting information, including a sign-up form for our mailing list, which you will need to fill out in order to receive information of upcoming meetings. You will only need to fill out this form once.
Although we have rebranded to LIFT, we are still working with and as part of the Guild. With thanks to the Guild, we're hoping to host a conference next year in early 2025 where young people can have their voices heard. We'll also be hosting a launch event to rebrand ourselves to LIFT.
We as a steering group would like to thank the Guild for the enthusiastic support that we have received in helping to create LIFT, love in fellowship and trust, and progressing it to where it is now. Without your support, we wouldn't have got LIFT to where we are with it today.
Love and... Yes, it's inspirational to see young people instead of grey-haired people.
Thank you, Convener.
I would ask and encourage congregations, youth workers, ministers and presbyteries to support them and us by doing all you can to promote this venture, giving new impetus to the Guild in developing and securing its future, and encouraging and enabling young people at the same time. Their next meeting is in September, when they will hear from the People and Presence team and from Christian Aid about ways in which young adults can engage fully in the run-up to the general election. So do please promote that in particular and pray. The Church of Scotland Guild is in good heart, enthusiastic, enterprising, imaginative, and ready for future service. I have found this to be in the case as I have made many visits so far this year. I have been warmly welcomed and found enthusiasm wherever I have gone. Our founder, Dr. Charteris, said, "What would be the ideal guild? It rises before me, the friendly gathering of old and young, each on trustful terms with all. A fragrance of kindness pervades the whole meeting, and the heart says, 'These are the disciples of Jesus, whose we are and whom we serve.' Amen to that." Moderator, I present this report, and as I am not a commissioner, I invite the Principal Clerk to move the deliverance. Thank you.
I so move.
Seconded?
Seconded.
Thank you. Thank you, Convener. Any questions to the Convener before we move to receiving the report? Oh. Is your lights on?
Moderator, I am Mwawi Chirongozi from Malawi, 491.
Please speak.
I want to support today's report with a word of gratitude on behalf of the CCP General Assembly. Our 5 synods recognized the shared challenge of responding to the impact of climate change. We are seeing more frequent and more severe natural disasters. People have barely recovered from the cyclone Fred, and this year Malawi has declared a state of disaster because of dry spells that have ruined crops. Caring for creation is of life-saving importance. And so we are immediately grateful to the Guild and the wider Church of Scotland for your support of Firmly Planted, our tree planting initiative. We have received funds to establish a self-sustaining tree nursery within the Synod of Livingstonia and one-off tree planting initiatives in Bandawe, Dwangwa, Mzuzu, and Mzimba. This hand of friendship from the Guild in Scotland to the guilds in Malawi is not taken for granted. Planting trees helps protect against natural disaster, a line of defense against flooding and landslide. It helps protect farmland from soil erosion so farmers can continue to put food on the table. Planting fruit trees around schools, clinics improves the local environment and provides a source of nutrition. And well-managed woodlots provide a responsible source of construction materials. This support has arrived in time to help us prepare for the 2024-2025 planting season. Last year, our nursery within Blantyre Synod distributed more than 2,000 trees during its pilot year. So together we are looking forward to seeing thousands of trees planted year on year, thanks to friendship like yours. Psalm 1 tells us that the righteous are like trees firmly planted by the stream of water, which yield fruit in their season, and their leaves do not wither, and in whatever they do, they prosper. In Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and in Scotland, we are firmly planted together in our shared faith in Jesus Christ, and in season, we can prosper together. Thank you, moderator.
Thank you. We move to receiving the report. Does the Assembly receive the report? And online, thank you. Section 2, I've got notice of a question from Scott Burton. We'll hear from Scott Burton and then we'll hear from yourself. Scott, first of all.
Thank you, Moderator. Scott Burton, number 221. Thank you to the convener and the committee for the report and just the incredible work that the Guild does. I'm astounded by what is achieved nationally and in our own local Guild. I welcome the clarity of Section 2, this deliverance about Guilds coming together in a union. My question is, how will that be relayed to local guilds with that clarity? Obviously, I will be bringing it, but it would help if it was very clearly stated from the national level as well, because up until now, I've heard mixed messages. And so how will you plan to bring that clarity to the local level, please?
Guidance has already gone out to all the guilds, and the process started last year with consultation of local guilds. National Council deliberated that, and then it went out to all guilds together, and it came back to a conference about the reorganisation in April. So all guilds should have information on that.
Okay, thank you. Michael, are you wishing to say something first? No? That's fine. Yes, one of our overseas delegates. We give you your name and number, please.
Moderator, I'm Reverend Ruben Msoya, number 497.
Super, welcome.
Moderator, Synod of Estonia. My colleague from Malawi was speaking on behalf of the General Assembly, speaking on behalf of the 5 synods. But I want to speak for my synod, Synod of Estonia. We want to thank God for the partnership between the guilds here and the guilds in Malawi. In particular, my congregation has already started benefiting from the partnership. Last year, 2023, we were visited by the convener here and the team, and they gave us some pounds to support Women's Guild. And through the donation, the Women Guild in my church, they are now involved in soap making. Locally, they make soap, laundry, and bathing soap. And through the sales of this soap, that are able to support the needy in our community. Apart from the making of soap, they also managed, 2023-2024, they managed to plant around 1,800 pine trees as a guild. Adding to that, they're also involved in farming. They plant maize, they rear pigs, they plant groundnuts, cassava, and bananas. So we appreciate for the support that the guilds here in Scotland are giving to the guilds in Malawi. Let me take also this opportunity in advance to thank for the donation that the guilds are planning to give to the hospital at Ekwendeni. We appreciate for that. It is our prayer that this partnership will continue to the glory of God. Amen.
Section 2. Agreed. And online. Thank you. Section 3. All right, thank you. Section 4. Thank you. Section 5. Thank you. Section 6. You've got notice of a comment. Alexander Curry. Go, as you're ready to speak.
Moderator Curry, number 92. I just want to commend the Guild for all their efforts in fundraising for the project partnership scheme that's listed in number 4. In the report, it says that the project scheme has raised £379,297.58. However, the convener in updating us today gave the total £438,000, almost £60,000 more than even when in the print. I want to especially thank, on behalf of the Vine Trust, the efforts of the Guild. I am a board member of the Vine Trust and have worked out as a volunteer in Kazunzu village myself, and know that the Guild's money is well spent there. But like all other charities, the Vine Trust is always looking to make sure that it makes best use of limited funds. The Guild's support of the Vine Trust has proved vital in recent years, as with other charities having suffered from a loss of income during COVID. The continued support of the Guild has been much appreciated by the Vine Trust board. And I want to just commend again the Guild for its efforts in fundraising over the years of the project partnership scheme. And I want to just thank the Guild throughout the land for its efforts. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I've got a question. Questions are always in order. The moderator's got one at the minute. Lizzie Brayshaw has indicated she wishes to speak in section 5, and I'm wondering if it's just a little error because we've passed on from section 5. Is it on section 6 or beyond? Where is she? In the gallery.
Lizzie Brayshaw, 544. I just wanted to really commend what was the Young Adults Guild and also the Guild at large for putting in the effort for young adults. I think I can speak for all of the youth reps to say that so far this week has been really such a blessing to be able to speak with other young people in the church. I think sometimes we can really feel isolated a lot of the time. We're the only young people amongst ourselves. And to have this coming up, I'm really excited to see what you can do, and I'm really would love to be a part of it. Yeah, and I just want to really thank both the Young Adult Guild for getting that started and the Guild for facilitating this. Thank you, moderator.
Right, thank you. Right. We're on section 6, but thank you for the contribution. Is that approved by the Assembly? And online, thank you. Section 7. Is that approved? And online. and section 8. Is that approved? And deliverance as a whole. And online, thank you. Ray, before you go, the notes that I have about you are those printed on the addendum in the papers. But I cannot believe that you stay just 13 miles from me. But it's amazing how a few villages, a different council and a different presbytery make those 13 miles seem like a totally distant part of the country. You've been involved in the Guild in numerous parts of the country yourself over the years, mainly in the southwest, with a little pilgrimage to Larbert. You've offered of yourself, your time and your energy, and that's what made your convenership so successful. And you've been an effective leader. And with every Guild report to the Assembly, we as a church are amazed at your fundraising for your projects, your cooperation and coming together. And it's wonderful to hear feedback from where you actually are on the ground. And that's super for the Assembly to hear, both abroad and indeed amongst the young folks. And that's an example of how the church at work in the world should be. I know you don't finish until September. I can't be your big thing tonight. I was telling the young ones yesterday, I've got a sleepover at the palace tonight, so I can't. And if you were at St Giles on Sunday, I wonder what size of pyjamas. So my apologies for tonight, but I will be back here with you at the annual gathering to celebrate communion, and I'm so looking forward to it. But it's important that the Assembly rightly acknowledges the service. And on behalf of the church, I thank you. And maybe once your term of office is finished, and mine has finished, we can travel those 13 miles, because we have wonderful coffee shops in our part of the world. We can travel those 13 miles and have a coffee and a cake together. I will bring the greetings of a General Assembly to you in September, but in the meantime, please pass on to the Assembly's deep appreciation to the Guild for all its work. God bless you, and enjoy your retirement, or this next or latest retirement in your service to Almighty God through Jesus Christ our Lord. Thank you. Please have our best wishes. Thank you.